what possibly is the president's motivation to antagonize one of our strongest security and economic allies? I mean, what's behind his thought process? What do you think?
There ain't none.
You know what, Dave? I am not a psychoanalyst. I certainly have my theories. I just am worried about the signals and the potential danger that can be brought on. Because, you know, look at what's going on in the Middle East right now. There is something going on in terms of a social revolution. You know, the social media and other online activities has allowed folks to communicate unlike they have before. And we saw what unfolded in Egypt. We've seen what's going on in Libya, in Syria, in Bahrain, I mean, you name it. There is a sense that all of us have is, you know, as Jeffersonian conservatives, we want to promote freedom. And so when people talk about free elections, we say, oh, that's good. Okay, the problem is you're not going to have Jeffersonian democracy in Cairo or Beirut tomorrow. And so we've got to help them. We've got to help them support the causes and the institutions of political parties that safeguard our values. And really, it's the values of human dignity, of free speech, of the right to assemble, of the transparency of the judiciary, all the things that we know make this country what it is and unique. If we're going to promote freedom, you need that first. Free elections in the Middle East don't necessarily do it. I mean, just look at what happened in Gaza. There was a free election, won, right? And so we've got to make sure that we're working towards that goal. And so the problem is when the President of the United States stands up and essentially, as Mitt Romney said the other day, throws Israel under the bus, that speaks volumes in that region. It speaks volumes to our ally Israel, but it also sends a terrible message to the other countries that think they're our allies and wondering which way we're going to go. You know, the axis over there has really become Iran and the U.S. And you've got regimes there that have traditionally been our allies, but regimes who are in a very precarious state because they're not legitimate either. They've taken power, they weren't elected, and so they're watching to see what their supposed ally in the U.S. will do. And although they like to go and scapegoat Israel, they get the joke. If Iran acquires nuclear weapons, they're done. They are done. And if they detect that the U.S. does not have the fortitude to stand up and be there for them when the going gets tough, they'll cut a deal as quick as they can to hold their power.